What happens when a younger man meets an attractive, sophisticated older woman? Find out in today's episode of Age Gap Love Stories, Forbidden Desires, a series that discusses the most taboo age gap relationships shown on film and TV. Before we get into the video, don't forget to please subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell to make sure that you don't miss any future age gap love stories. In an episode of the British sitcom, Pete vs. Life, the title character, Pete, played by Rafe Spall, meets an older woman, Roz, played by Caroline Langrishe, famous for her role as Charlotte Cavendish in Lovejoy. After a chance meeting at a charity auction, Pete and Roz hit it off. Pete is surprised to know that despite their age difference, the pair share quite a few things in common. Pete cannot believe that Roz is 50 years old.
I am 50.
You're 50? Are you sure?
Roz tells Pete that if he comes home with her tonight, she will show him her driving license, thus proving she is 50.
If you come back with me later, I'll show you my driving license.
Pete takes Roz up on her offer, and is driven back to her big, fancy, West London mansion in her BMW sports car. The pair begin to kiss while sat on Roz's bed. Pete tells Roz that he has never been with a MILF before. Roz asks Pete what a MILF is.
What's a MILF?
Doesn't matter.
Come on, tell me.
Pete shyly explains that MILF means, Mother I'd like to fuck.
Mother I'd like to fuck.
Roz finds this hilarious, and tells Pete that she is actually a GILF.
Technically, I could be a GILF. A grandmother you'd like to fuck.
Roz goes to the bathroom and tells Pete to wait right there. In the back of his mind, he is thinking that Roz is a grandmother, and this is when doubts about this encounter begins to creep in. However, when Roz returns from the bathroom in full lingerie, all doubt is gone. Pete wants Roz, and Roz wants him.
I'm going to fuck you into the middle of next week.
The next morning, while eating his breakfast in Ross's kitchen, he is greeted by a well-dressed man.
I didn't hear you come in last night.
Well, it was very late.
Roz introduces the man as Duncan, her husband. Roz tells Duncan that Pete is her new lover, thus revealing to Pete that she and her husband are in an open relationship.
Good morning to you.
Get off, that man might not like it.
This is Duncan, my husband.
Duncan tells Pete that he hopes he enjoyed his wife last night. As their relationship goes on, Roz starts to treat Pete to new clothes, and invites him to posh gatherings at her home.
You're late. Should have got a cab.
Go on, 4 cabs.
If you need money, you should just ask. My husband's very, very rich.
Roz openly kisses Pete in front of her husband. It is later indicated that Duncan might not be so open to the open marriage as Roz is.
Seems Roz has gone for her usual standard of chav.
No, I went to university.
Kissing got a 2-2, I believe.
When Pete confronts Roz about this, she tells him to never mind.
Are you sure that Duncan's quite as on board with this whole open marriage thing as you are?
Oh, of course he is.
She then asks for Pete to do her over the kitchen table, now, while her husband and house guests are in the next room.
Do me.
I might need a minute.
No, now.
Pete agrees. Pete takes Roz to his family home to meet his mom and dad. Pete's mom prepares a lunch, but is shocked when Pete announces that his new girlfriend is 50, only 2 years younger than his mother.
She's 50.
But that's only 2 years younger than me.
Yeah, but she looks a lot younger. I mean, she looks 42.
Surprisingly, the lunch seems to go well, with Roz and Pete's parents getting along. Roz's graphic detail about her relationship with Pete, however, leaves his parents speechless.
How long have you and Pete been together?
We're still at the bunny stage. Were you still fucked the whole time? Oh, don't be so coy, Peter. Your mum and dad know all about fucking.
They are even more shocked when they find out Roz is still married, and living with her husband.
I'll tell you who'd be fascinated by all of this. Duncan.
Who's Duncan?
He's my husband.
You're married?
That's right, we have an open relationship.
Oh, really?
While out on a date together, Pete bumps into his ex-girlfriend, Chloe. Wanting to get back with Chloe, while Roz is in the bathroom, Pete tells Chloe that he is out with his auntie.
That was my auntie.
Oh, right. Thought she was probably a bit old to be your girlfriend.
She tells Pete to give her a call sometime.
I'm Roz, I'm Pete's.
Yeah, I explained the setup, so...
Lovely to see you again, Pete. And it was nice meeting you.
Back at Ross's house, her husband Duncan comes home drunk. Duncan asks Pete if he enjoys fucking his wife.
You're drunk.
Tell me, Rosalind, what do you prefer about Pete's cock to my cock? Do you enjoy fucking my wife with your cock?
Perhaps you'd like to stay and watch while Pete gives me a tit fuck.
Oh!
He makes a lot of noise, but he can't do anything anymore, can you?
You bitch.
Seeing the argument between Roz and Duncan, Pete decides to end the relationship, which Roz calmly agrees to.
Then there's nothing more to be said. Thank you for everything, Peter.
However, a few nights later, when Pete is hanging out with Chloe at his home, Roz shows up drunk. She tells Pete that she misses his cock.
Peter, I need you. I miss your cock. Pete?
Chloe is shocked and now thinks that Pete has been sleeping with his aunt. She storms out of the house, leaving Pete with Roz, who says that she has been mixing alcohol with pills.
Chloe!
Oh, Peter, I've taken some pills.
I'll call an ambulance.
So what do you think of today's episode? This was not the typical age gap affair. Yes, Roz was married, but she wasn't cheating on her husband, as they had an open relationship. Would you agree to an open relationship in your relationship? It is clear that Duncan is not happy with the arrangement. Roz could be seen buying Pete new clothes, and gifting him with money. Was this an abuse of power? Was Pete using Roz for sex and money? Please leave your thoughts about this complex age gap relationship in the comments below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more age gap love stories.